Your brain is a muscle. Just like any other muscle in your body, it can be trained to do certain things. It can be strengthened over time with exercise, but it can also atrophy if not used. Neuroplasticity means that the structure of your brain can change in response to learning. These connections allow us to think of that thing in different ways and from different perspectives. If we don't use it, we lose it. A mindset reset is a process of changing your thinking patterns and beliefs. This can be done through therapy, coaching, or by attending a workshop or class. A mindset reset can be extremely helpful if you're struggling to change your thinking on your own. When you undergo a mindset reset, you'll learn how to identify your negative thinking patterns. You'll also learn how to challenge these thoughts and replace them with more positive ones. You'll develop new beliefs that will help you think positively and achieve your goals. So, if we want to train our brain to think positively, we need to use positive thinking muscles. Sometimes these programs are not helpful and can cause us to think negatively. This is where mental reprogramming comes in. Mental reprogramming is the process of changing the programs in our brain that control our thinking and behavior. This can be done through various techniques such as hypnosis, neuro-linguistic programming, and cognitive behavioral therapy. Mental reprogramming is a powerful tool that can help you change your thinking patterns quickly. By changing the programs in your brain, you can start to think positively and achieve your goals faster. One way we can do this is through positive training. By using the tips we've shared in this video, you can train your brain to think positively. It may take some time, but the results will be worth it. When you think positively, you attract positive experiences into your life. So start thinking positively today and see what happens. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share it with your friends. Positive training is simply using positive thinking exercises to strengthen the neural connections in our brain that are related to positive thinking. There are many different types of positive thinking exercises. Here are some of our favorites. First, affirmations. Affirmations are positive statements that we repeat to ourselves in order to convince our brain that they read true. For example, if you want to feel more confident, you might say to yourself, "I am confident," or "I can do this." It may feel strange at first, but over time, your brain will start to believe these statements and you'll start to feel more confident. Second, visualization. Visualization is another powerful tool that can help you train your brain for positive thinking. When you visualize, you create a mental image of what you want. This image is then sent to your subconscious mind, which starts working on bringing it into reality. So, if you want to visualize positive outcomes, close your eyes and imagine yourself succeeding at something. See yourself achieving your goals and feeling good about yourself. The more you visualize positive outcomes, the more your brain will start to expect them. Third, Journaling. Journaling is a great way to get in touch with your thoughts and feelings. It's also a great way to train your brain for positive thinking. When you journal, take some time to write down your thoughts and feelings. This can help you identify any negative thinking patterns you have. Then start writing down positive affirmations and positive things that have happened during your day. Over time, you'll start to see a shift in your thinking. You'll start to focus more on the positive aspects of your life and less on the negative. Fourth, meditation. Meditation is a practice that has been around for centuries. It's a technique that can help you focus your mind and clear away any distractions. This allows you to focus on the present moment and let go of negative thoughts. There are many different ways to meditate, so experiment and find what works best for you. You can meditate by focusing on your breath, repeating a mantra, or even listening to music. No matter how you choose to meditate, set aside some time each day to practice. Even just a few minutes of meditation can make a big difference. By incorporating these positive thinking exercises into your daily routine, you can train your brain to think positively. It may take some time, but the results will be worth it. When you train your brain to think positively, you'll be more successful in all areas of your life. You'll be happier, healthier, and more productive. We call this neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity has been studied for decades, and what researchers have found is amazing. They've discovered that our brains are constantly changing and adapting based on our experiences. Our brains are always forming new connections and breaking down old ones. This means that we can literally change the way we think by creating new neural pathways. So how does this apply to positive thinking? Well, when we think positive thoughts, we are strengthening the neural connections related to positive thinking. Conversely, negative thoughts strengthen the neural connections related to negative thinking. So if we want to change our thinking patterns, we need to start thinking positive thoughts more often. But how do we do that? It's not easy just to start thinking positive thoughts, especially if you've been thinking negative thoughts for most of your life. It's like trying to walk when you've only ever crawled. But with practice, it can be done. It takes time and effort, but the results are worth it. If you can wire your brain to think positively, you will be more successful in all areas of your life. You'll be happier, healthier, and more productive. So, how do you go about wiring your brain for positive thinking? Here are some tips. First, identify the negative thoughts that you need to replace with positive ones. For example, if you tend to think thoughts like, "I'm not good enough," or "I'm not beautiful enough," you need to find positive affirmations to replace them. Some examples of positive affirmations include, "I am capable," and "I am beautiful." Second, start thinking positive thoughts every day. It doesn't matter what you're doing. You can be brushing your teeth, driving to work, or lying in bed. Whenever you have the opportunity to think a positive thought, do it. Over time, these positive thoughts will wire your brain for positive thinking. Third, practice positive self-talk. This is the inner dialogue that goes on in your head all day long. When you catch yourself thinking negatively, start talking to yourself in a positive way. Say things like, "I am strong," or "I can do this," out loud. Fourth, visualize positive outcomes. Visualization is a powerful tool that can help you manifest the things you want in life. When you visualize, you're basically creating a mental image of what you want. This image then gets sent to your subconscious mind, which starts working on bringing it into reality. So when you're visualizing a positive outcome, your subconscious mind is working hard to make it happen. Fifth, use positive language. The words you use shape your reality. If you use negative language, you'll attract negative experiences into your life. On the other hand, positive language will attract positive experiences. So, be mindful of the words you use and try to use positive language as much as possible. Sixth, focus on solutions, not problems. When something goes wrong, your natural instinct is to focus on the problem. But instead, try to focus on the solution. Ask yourself questions like, what can I do to fix this? And how can I turn this situation around? Focusing on solutions will help you rewire your brain for positive thinking. Seventh, keep a gratitude journal. Gratitude is one of the most powerful emotions there is. When you're grateful, you're focused on the positive aspects of your life. And this positive focus will help you rewire your brain for positive thinking. So, take some time each day to write down the things you're grateful for. This can be anything from your health to your friends to your pet. Simply writing down these things will help you cultivate a grateful attitude. By following these tips, you can start to rewire your brain for positive thinking. It won't be easy, but the results will be worth it. Once your brain is wired for positive thinking, you'll be unstoppable. This applies to the connections between neurons, which are called synapses. Synapses can strengthen or weaken over time, depending on how they're used. The more you use them, the stronger they get. The less you use them, the weaker they get. You can train your brain to think positively by strengthening the neural connections associated with positive thinking. But how do you do that? Keep watching. In this video, we'll discuss 4 ways you can rewire your brain to think more positively. Point 1. Brain rewiring. When we learn something new, new neural connections are formed in our brain. 2. Positive training. Our brain is very much like a muscle. 3. Mindset reset. Sometimes we need a little help from our friends to change our mindset. That's where a mindset reset comes in. 4. Mental reprogramming. Our brain is like a computer that stores information and runs programs that control our behavior. It's not always easy to think positively, but it's definitely possible.